Our guest is Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus, how can we forgive someone when our hearts insist on holding on to resentment? Forgiveness is not about feeling, it's about deciding. Resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. You can justify your bitterness, feed it with painful memories, and reinforce it with wounded pride. But all it does is lock you in a cell where you hold the key. Ask yourself, who truly benefits from your insistence on keeping resentment alive? Forgiveness is not for the other person, it's for you. It's the choice to break chains that you yourself have put on. When you understand this, you'll realize that forgiveness isn't weakness. It's the greatest strength anyone can have. Only the free can set others free. Jesus Christ. For those struggling with pride, why is it so hard to accept that forgiveness is an act of freedom? Because pride lies. It tells you that forgiving means admitting defeat, but the truth is the opposite. Pride places you on a false pedestal, convincing you that you are the judge of justice, and that's an illusion. Forgiveness is stepping down from that pedestal. It's acknowledging that justice is not yours to deliver. Think about this. Do you believe you're perfect, infallible, without blemish? Forgiveness begins when you accept that you, too, have caused hurt, and that your debt has been forgiven. There's nothing more powerful than forgiving when you could demand justice. It breaks the cycle of hatred. Of course, pride will resist because it prefers darkness. It fears the light of forgiveness because that light reveals that forgiveness is true strength, while pride is merely weakness disguised as power. Jesus, what would you say to someone who thinks forgiveness puts them at risk, especially in toxic relationships? Forgiveness is not the same as returning to how things were. It's not forgetting or ignoring the harm done. Forgiveness is saying, I choose not to carry this with me. It's leaving the other person's burden with them, refusing to let it continue eating away at you. Toxic relationships require discernment, not vengeance. If you think holding on to resentment protects your dignity, you've already lost. Those who hurt you want to keep you chained to the wound. Forgiveness doesn't open the door for others to abuse you. It closes the door on you being a prisoner of the past. Forgiveness is freeing yourself from the need for restitution, reconciliation, or closure. If someone disrespects your dignity, forgive them, but don't subject yourself to further harm. That's not weakness. That's wisdom. Jesus of Nazareth. Then why do so many resist forgiveness, even knowing it destroys them? Because forgiveness requires a death. The death of ego, vengeance, and the need to have the last word. And no one wants to die to these things. Because they feed a sense of self-righteousness, it's easier to hold on to resentment than to face the truth. You are not in control.